wasn't ready to be molded.
Fair
And
enough.
you know, I was excited to see if I disagreed with stuff, maybe like chuckle to myself here or there. I think I would have probably agreed with because it's like liberal, and I'm a liberal, so I probably would have agreed with like most of the stuff that they said. But even if I disagreed with something, I don't know, like excited
And
to.
you were
I wouldn't
kicked out
yell
with the rest
stuff,
of them.
maybe,
Did
like,
they give you a reason why
chuckle
they
to
were kicking you
myself here or
specifically
there.
out?
No, I think I would have probably agreed with because everyone was being so liberal, and I'm a liberal, so I probably would have agreed with like most of the stuff that they said. But even if I disagreed with something,
Cameron
I don't
Landon
know,
called
like,
for security. Yeah.
yeah, no,
True.
Security.
he was really scared, man. I wasn't planning on recording anything. I just the way that he like responded to Steven, he was like, Steven? And then the way that he went on his phone, I was like, okay, some shit's about to go down. And you know, content brain.
How come you guys were able to stay in? Like literally all of us, we got escorted out the building, and security was just standing at the door, staring at us, making sure we don't come back in. Like it was so
Well,
weird.
we didn't even get badges or anything to go in at all. So I mean, maybe
Okay.
that's why, because they figured we wouldn't be able to get in anywhere.
I mean, we did. We paid for our tickets. That's the crazy thing.
Did
too,
you
is we all
guys-
paid like
Did
$60
any
a
of you
person.
get your money back yet?
We did
We
not
got
get our money
today.
back.
So
No,
did
we
not
did
get
get our
it.
money
No,
back.
hold
I
on.
actually-
Official disclaimer: I did get an email from the College Immigrants of America. My ticket and Darius's ticket, because I paid for him, were refunded to me. Now I don't know about anyone else, but
I also got an email, and I
think
got
that some of the pressure.
I got 3 of the tickets refunded, and I think that's
Okay.
what I purchased.
Okay, well,
I think that's,
one
I
of
think
those
that's all
was
of
mine.
them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we did.
Fair enough. So you at least that's true. Steven, did you get your tickets refunded?
Yeah.
Good. At least they did that.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Let's read a few of these super chats for you guys. $10 from It's Vishy. Destiny. Would you consider doing a call-in stream or something with the many college Dems who wanted to see you or condemned leadership's protection of Hasan? The Kansas University College Dems already condemned Hasan.
I mean, if any of them wanted to, yeah, sure. I think I put out feelers through the DGG poll guys to see what the appetite was for something like that. But also, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Sure. $2 from Linus Clark. Please have IRI on these panels. I love you, Wick. If IRI wants to come on a show, I'd be happy to have him. Yeah, just he has to hit me up and tell me a time and what he wants to talk about, and we'll make it happen. €5, I should say, from Rex Gardner. Hasan kicking Destiny and any in his orbit proved everything Destiny said about Hasan. Destiny did more for Democrats. Hasan is a clown. Thank you for the $5. $5 from Mr. Chris Bennett. Unfortunately, this shit won't change unless more voices speak out. Where was Mockler's condemnation? Where was Brian Tyler Cohen's condemnation? And I'm just curious, like you're I don't know if I want to say friends, but you're associates with Mockler, and you've worked with all these people in the past. Have they reached out privately to you at all to ask about this situation, Destiny?
No, but I also probably was a little aggressive over the past few days, so I wouldn't expect them to. But the consensus behind the scenes is basically it's free money to just kind of like bash Trump all day, and attacking the left doesn't do as well for your viewership metrics. And it also invites a lot of like critical blowback because some of these people will either stop watching you or they'll start harassing you or they'll, like start shitting up your comment section. So it's just not worth it for a lot of them, unfortunately. I say not worth it. I mean, I would argue it should be worth it if you're embarked on a political project and not just trying to like maximize the money you're making. But
well, because there is a argument that I have heard, and I don't know how to kind of convince people that this isn't true, but the argument is that we need to focus on Trump now, that all this talk about interfaction fighting is a distraction. It makes us look weak, and it makes it harder for us to win elections in the midterms in 2028 because we're busy fighting each other instead of fighting Trump. So we shouldn't focus any of our attention on Hasan. Trump is the president. Trump has the power. Trump's in office. MAGA is in office. They have executive power and congressional control. So why should we do anything about Hasan right now? Because Trump is the main target.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why they can't do that. I don't know why Hasan feels the need to call me a rapist, pedophile every single day, or why the only people these guys seem to have any heat for are other Democrats. As soon as they start focusing more on real politics, like being substantive in their critique of other people's political positions, like mine, or as soon as they start attacking MAGA and not just constantly going after moderate Dems or attacking the entirety of the United States and trying to raise up the reputation of fucking Stalin and Mao, then yeah, I think that'd be good. But in the meantime, you know, if they're going to be a cancer inside the party, you have to address it. You can't just sit there and ignore it and pretend it'll go away. It'll just grow, especially when all they do is attack us.
Fair enough. $5 from Audacity. I hear that vice president guy was really 3 doobies in a trench coat. Oh, maybe. $5 from Dirty Deeds. Cultural Marxism proven to exist once again. It's almost like they wrote this down 80 years ago, exactly how to do exactly what they are doing. As outside of Hasan, how serious should we take things like this? This entryism, I guess, that's going on. Is this something that is more widespread than we've been?
We shouldn't have to take it seriously at all, because it should be very easy for people to just say like, oh no, this is wacky. So like what should have happened when Hasan started firing off all of his text messages, and I guarantee you he probably also threatened to pull himself from the event. Not like directly, but something along the lines of like, I don't know if I feel safe coming if he's there. I'm sure he was saying shit like that. It should just be an easy like, oh, okay, well, if you're not comfortable coming, like that's fine, but we're not going to exclude people from the event unless they engage in some kind of bad behavior first. This is the policy that I have for all my events. I don't preemptively exclude anybody from any of the things that I go to. And especially for Hasan to be walking out here talking about how brave he was doing events right after Charlie Kirk, when he used that as an excuse to cancel events for at least a month, I think. No, it's cringe. Like, it shouldn't be a big problem, because we should be able to easily say, hey, this is dumb. Like, this is not how we do this isn't how we do politics on the Democratic side. But if people aren't willing to say that, well, now it's a huge problem.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How common is it for people to not be allowed into events because they disagree with the opinions of other people? Like the university that I went to, and I'm sure other universities, which I won't get into the specific one, but we would have speakers sometimes, and like as like a more lefty person, sometimes they would have on more like conservative speakers, but all of the like lefty friends that I was friends with, we would go to those things, or like they would go, and you would never get kicked out just for disagreeing, right?
Unfortunately, in the U.S., I think our colleges have had a reputation for a while for being a little bit exclusionary. Conservatives kind of dealt with this, but then they also were fucking crazy. Like Milo got excluded from a lot, but he was also like posting the information of individual trans people that ended up getting harassed and shit. So it's hard to say. But generally speaking, you tolerate like people that are at your university that you disagree with. Like, I don't think I would have. I'm not sure if I would have predicted that this would have happened or not.
But like, even like, for example, you see those YouTube videos of like Ben Shapiro, and there are tons of people that adamantly disagree with him, that want to make him look like a fool on stage by asking questions, but they're still allowed in because, I mean, he feels that he can like argue with them. And shouldn't we do the same thing? To just be like,
Well, isn't
yeah,
the fundamental
argue with
nature of
them.
that like different?
Well, hold on. I would say that we should be able to do that same thing, but I would argue that everybody does politics right now in the United States. Like, you see Ben Shapiro doing that. These are college events where he's going to basically smurf at like a bronze server as a grandmaster, and he won't announce where he's going until literally, well, sometimes till after
Like
the video
day
is
of.
posted. Yeah, there's a reason why those guys, Crowder and Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk, all these guys pretended that they were great debaters, but they would just ambush college kids that weren't ready to deal with them. That was their MO for sure.
I
So
would
Hasan is
say-
technically in line with all of the weirdo authoritarian types on the right. This is just how everybody functions. Nobody wants to actually be critically challenged on
Okay,
anything.
but
Interesting.
just real quick before we go on, because I think this is worth addressing. $10 from Admiral Love. Can you ask Destiny to address that Discord screenshot floating around about how it would be justified or justifiable to kill Hasan in Minecraft? That's what
Yeah, so
I've
one of
been
the big-
seeing used to justify keeping him out.
Sure. So, I mean, you can click the link beforehand. There's two ways, a precise way and a macro way that this talking about is really fucking annoying to me. So in the precise way, I'm responding particularly to a video that I've linked in there. Nobody obviously plays the video because nobody gives a fuck. But in that video, Hasan is talking about, it's just another broad justification for why you can kill essentially any Israeli citizen. And this is at a time when the harassment against Hila and Ethan Klein was at its peak, basically, after they had skulls mailed to them, CPS called on them. And Hasan goes out of his way to amplify his statement of like, this is why you can attack people who are IDFs and raiding the West Bank, even your favorite YouTuber's wife. And it was just like it was an unhinged statement to make. And then in watching that, because again, with all the harassment, I think I quoted this or I linked the VOD or whatever. And I was like, the same argument, you can justify killing Hasan, basically, is I think more or less what I said. I don't know the exact quote. Everybody's seen this message posted a million times, but it's basically essentially that. But I think it's the annoying thing. So that's on the precise thing. It's pretty obvious to see what I'm responding to. Number one, but number two, the annoying thing is that like if there was ever a canary in the coal mine for people on the left getting murdered, I'm pretty sure it would be me. Like I've been swatted fucking half a dozen times over the past year and a half. Like I have so much harassment and shit that shows up. I've been demonetized on YouTube. I'm permabanned from Twitch. Like Hasan is not like threatened at all. So the idea that somehow he's the one who's like under pressure or whatever is ridiculous. If anybody's going to get assassinated at some event, it's probably going to be me or somebody in my. Well, I imagine it would be somebody in me or my order force. That would just be my guess.
It's gonna be you or Trump, yeah.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah.
Well, I'll make sure to sit a couple seats away from you. Okay, next time we're doing an event together in real life, just in case. Okay, I don't want to get any blood on my suit. Or
I haven't watched. Apparently, I missed these, but because my editor was shouting at me. But apparently, Hasan was even making statements relating to, saying that that I'm like a Democratic Jake Lang, and that he was saying things like, "quote Minnesota knew how to deal with Jake Lang," end quote.
Do you have
And
these
I'm pretty
clips?
sure-
Can you send them to me?
Fuck, I haven't watched them yet, and I just got they're huge VOD links. Give me
Oh,
a second,
shit.
and I'll like listen to it, and I'll.
Okay,
Jake Lang
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
assaulted in
I
Minnesota,
have seen Mike from PA
Yeah.
put out a tweet.
Yeah.
It's saying, "How long before it happens, you think?" And he's quote tweeting you saying "fuck Mamdani," and it's a clip by Substance, that Substance guy, and Hasan and Mike from PA is specifically kind of wondering aloud when you're gonna get got, I guess.
Michael Byer, that guy.
Well, it's not just that. Like, didn't Mike PA also say on stream, like, if you live in Florida, I have like $10,000 to
Well,
give
yes, that also
you.
happened.
When talking
And that
about
was a while ago.
Destiny.
but
So
I guess
it's relevant.
yeah, I don't know. It does seem like there's this weird double standard here where they can simply talk openly about you getting hurt or killed. And if you simply make any kind of sideways statement that he's going to harass us, he's going to dox us, he's going to destroy